to get started with the album, I mean, you've been announcing that the album is dropping this month according to the posters that you've been sharing. You did say May 2023. I don't know why what's special about the album and why you decided to just call it Strongest Boy Alive. I know it's just jumping straight into it because I'm excited about it.
Okay, so The Strongest Boy Alive is a movie made in musical form.
Okay.
Yeah, so on this album, I actually talked about issues and matters that affect each and every individual in different communities.
Okay.
So it's filled up with life-changing songs.
So you've said life-changing songs. So this album, what does it mean to you when you are making it? Studio, childish, like when you're making it, did you even cry? Because from the things of all the land, it seems like a
was a very emotional,
right?
and
like
very personal
life-changing
album.
issues. So does it mean what does it mean to you?
So a couple of songs on this album, I mean, the stories are based on real life events. Some songs really mean so much to me because I sang about things I've been through.
Yeah.
You know, betrayal, achievements, breakdowns, challenges, everything compiled in different songs. So not just myself only, I also have friends who's been in very difficult situations, and you know, that was just me trying to get their stories and put them in a song so that in case there's someone else going through that, they are able to heal from the music.
That's amazing. You take on music as a way to tell stories. I mean, even in the way you sing, the way you put out or, get into verses, the videos as well are very creative. You put on characters, you're an old man or the outfits. How much of that are we going to see in this album? And you've said this is a very personal album, Strongest Boy Alive. Are we seeing mental health awareness in it? Like what's the target with the album and the creativity in the videos as well?
Yeah, well, so like I mentioned earlier, there's inspirational music, depression music, stress. Like I just had to bring in issues and matters that affect different people in different communities. So even it's a 21-track album. Okay. So what I did was from the first song to the 11th song. Yeah, stress songs. But stress. You have a listen. You'll be able to, go down and pick it up and keep moving, no matter what you're going through. And then from the 11th track to the last track, I'm the strongest person alive. Let me just carry on.
Which is very interesting. Walande if you had to motivate stress, stress or if you are going through a depressed state, it makes you feel better as well. Now I want to ask, especially for the longest in this continent, I can't just say Zambia. Africa, Zambia, and then you as an artist, you come up with this album that's just said, it's okay, we all go through this. I'm the strongest boy alive. I've gone through this. It's like you're putting for everybody to know what you've gone through. How do I ask this question? With that being said, and coming from the history that we've come from as Africa, as Zambia, with where they tell you Zambian men or men shouldn't cry, how do you think men, to be precise, will take or relate to this album as well?
So to begin with, the same people who say men don't cry are the most crybabies, if you do. Yeah, and I'm so happy that you've asked me this question. It's normal to cry. So I have a song, like I'm gonna review a little bit about it. It's called Insecurity. In nowadays in this generation, that relationship, so like I got it from a friend a story like Who's So Closer to Me. Like he thought he was more insecure and secure about the girlfriend. Like he did what he can to protect the girlfriend, but she would still go out and cheat. You understand, right? So there was a time he tried, and then
That's a
I was
Lusaka
like,
relationship.
and I was like, okay, listen, man, it's normal, If this fails for something else, don't give up on love. Just keep on trying. You'll find the right person later. Okay, so after a week, I wrote a song about it. I made him listen to the song. He hugged me.
Oh.
You know what he said? It was like, if I listened to this song while I was going through that relationship, I would have stayed with that girl. I would have changed her. So, it means I've got music that's going to strengthen people's relationships in one way or the other.
That's interesting to see.
Right?
This album is going to be big. It's going to be a brand change for you as well, because you've gone through a lot of stages with your music. You've experimented with sounds, and like I say, you're very creative with your videos. Having an album that has 11 tracks that speak about something, and then even more songs that speak about the other, is quite big. It's stressful for an artist. So I want to ask, the making of this album, how long has it been in the making, and who is on it? Are there any collaborations? What are you most excited? What's the one song that you want people to really hear off the album?
Well, I spent 18 sleepless weeks working on this album. Yeah, starting from last year, I would have projects whereby you work on it, you send it to the featured artist, maybe the featured artist didn't like it. I traveled to their studios, spent nights to their studios just to come up with that perfect sound. So it's really not an easy job doing an album, especially with 21 tracks. And track all means not this to avoid kulabaida poverty. So we actually used different sounds, and the most exciting thing about this is because I really focused on the Zamrock, Zambezi music. Like I tried by all means to run away from the foreign sound I have in Ayakuyo. So it's all Zambian music. I would say 90% of the sound is Zambian.
Who is on the album? Who is on it?
So I have the likes of Mumbayachi, Roberto Zambia, J Cash, Kobe, Umusepela Crown, and Mr. Chester Mopawa.
Kobe, thank you so much for bringing Kobe out of hiding, because he's been missing on the scene. So we thank you for that. But also,
he really my album.
I also saw on your Facebook you were talking about singing. So should we expect a lot of singing from you on this album? Because you kind of implied that on your Facebook. You're like,
well, the song I sang on didn't really qualify to the album.
Oh, so there's even songs that didn't make it to the album. How do you get to that place as an artist where you say, you know what, this child doesn't make it? And 21 is a lot of room. Why not just make it 22? How do you get to your final 21 songs?
The thing is, I had 48 songs on the list.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, I have a very strict musical manager, to be honest. Like, he's so difficult when it comes to lyrical content, delivery, and the sound married together. So, we had songs whereby the message didn't match the beat.
Okay.
And it was like, for this song, you want this song to be so emotional. Why use an amapiano beat? So certain songs didn't qualify, and I hope he's gonna agree to me or with me to say, okay, after the album, maybe we'll drop one of these songs we left out. But I really like being told this is not nice. It helps me a lot, because I'll be out of that comfort zone thinking I'm doing something okay when there are other people who are not vibing with it. So it doesn't make me feel bad. It makes me feel like I have people who care about my music and what I'm supposed to give out to the people.
As a brand, that's most definitely. But also, Chuzhe, you've announced it. The album is dropping this month. Can you give us more clue at least when exactly?
The day.
Because the month is about to
over.
end. It's ending next week. So, when exactly is it dropping?
Sorry about that. We changed the date because of music perfection.
Come on
the
now.
album is. So I'll be having a press meeting on the 30th this month, where I'll apologize to the people to say we changed the date because of this month, because of this and that. But the album is dropping first week of June.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Chuzhe, for joining us. We'll be waiting for the first week of June to hear to the strongest boy alive. And before I let you go, I just want to ask you what you'd like to say to your fellow men as well, to what they should expect from this album, because you've said it's something that you've experienced, it's something other men have experienced as well. So I feel like it will speak a lot to your fellow men as well, and to just not to be it's okay. What can you tell them about this album as well, to the gents?
Okay, yeah, so this album it really means a lot to me, and I hope it's gonna help a lot of people out there who are going through different, situations. And to all the men out there, please try to be that strongest boy alive. No matter, it's normal to break down, because at the end of the day, so look out for this album when it's out, and make sure you give me those streams. I really appreciate it. I did this for you all.
All right.